And we're live.
Stay back there, Deanna.
Get a little
Yeah.
peek at. Wait, there she is. No, where'd she go? She disappeared.
Oh man,
How did she? She's gone.
Oh,
It was.
she's-
That
that was brilliant.
scared me. I literally turned around and I did not see
Where the
her.
hell she go? That's
I thought maybe she had
She
like
left.
crawled out on the ground.
me too, and I was really
Oh,
sad. I was
boy.
like, that is not necessary.
That's really funny. That's my bad. I did not tell her that we were going live. Yes, we're live.
Yeah, we're live.
On the
To
internet.
thousands.
Cameo.
Yeah, there's thousands of people watching.
I just love that I can see Quinn a little. She's
Oh, I
like-
can. I see.
Uh-huh.
They do
The
a
door's wide
reflection.
open. You guys can hear the laundry in the next room. I was probably not prepared for going live. Hi, everyone watching. Thanks for tuning in with us. We are finishing up currently just a little bit of some upgrades and some repairs for these guys. So
We're cleaning our
let's keep
rooms.
going on that
Yeah.
before we do any introductions or anything. So Andy, you needed to upgrade your antenna.
Yeah.
You rolled a what'd you roll?
7.
7. So you successfully upgrade the part. You do use up your stuff, although you get more stuff because you're at the train. And but with upgrading, since it was not perfect,
Mhm.
you close that door. Thanks so much. There is a glitch attached to the part.
Okay.
So
What do we think I put in the like? I saw it as like a what are they called? Pipe cleaners.
oh yeah,
Oh.
that's good.
As your
I like that.
antenna?
Yeah.
Also,
Aw.
thanks down under Daz for the follow
Down under Daz.
Thanks, Daz.
We're big in
Love
Australia.
Daz.
in
We're
Australia.
big in Australia.
Australia, isn't it? It's Australia. I can't do an Australian accent.
Get your
And we've lost that follow.
Down under
And
Daz.
Daz.
No, Daz,
Daz loves it.
Daz hangs out in my channel a lot.
Daz
Nice.
loves really bad Australian accent.
Oh,
He
good.
thinks
For
it's
watching.
sad and
Thanks
funny.
for watching Childish Things, Daz.
Oh,
How was mine? Is it okay? I
It's,
can't guess.
let's
it's-
just see if
Wait,
we
better-
can.
give me
it's-
something to say.
Let's
just
just see if
something
we
to say.
can keep it going.
It's better than mine.
It's hard to do.
Let's just
Yeah,
say if
Ryan's
we can-
gets like
Let's
really
just
tiny.
say if we can keep it going.
I
Let's
do.
just-
So here's what happens: is I try to say, try some shrimp on the baby, and then it goes
and then
into
he
here.
dissolves into like an
It
alien.
goes into like
Yeah.
Boston or Brooklyn a little. This is what
He's-
the internet wants.
What?
He's every rat
good.
in a Justin Barron campaign.
It's so true. It's so true. Every rat sounds the same. Okay, let's keep going. So Andy. No, that's British. So Andy.
Soy Andy.
Yeah, soy Andy.
Soy?
Soy
I had
Andy.
to add the oys a little
We
bit.
got
and
some
that gets me
glitches
into
for
it.
you. No, I'm
A
just going
glitch?
British. Okay. What do you have?
I want a pipe cleaner antenna, but it needs a glitch.
Yeah, let's see. Maybe you could do let's see.
Maybe it betrays your feelings.
Maybe it smells bad.
Maybe
No.
Yeah,
Depending on-
it betrays your feelings.
Yeah.
Um,
Like it shows how you
You
actually.
could have performance anxiety.
They
Yeah.
can't ever
Sheds.
lie.
It sheds.
It sheds.
An antenna that sheds.
It can do that.
It's a pipe cleaner.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
When something when something passes by very close to you, it automatically, or like, without controlling it, does something. Like does it point the way when like at things that you are, I don't know,
Like focused on?
focused on, or
Like what is the purpose of a glitch? To be annoying or to be
Yeah, it's just meant to be something that like you can't control necessarily, good or bad, whatever it may be.
Mhm.
You can find strengths in it.
What if it dances?
Or what if you can't
dances.
control them at all?
Yes, I think Emma just sold it. I think it dances, like it just kind of wiggles around, at the most inopportune times.
If that's
know.
what you want.
Yeah, no, that's great. I'm
No,
gonna
I don't
put
care what Andy
dancing
wants.
/ wiggling.
That's what it
Justin
is.
has decided.
All right then. No, that's
Alright.
Cockney.
In it.
Emma. No, sorry,
Evo
Ryan.
win.
Ryan,
Hidden it.
Yeah, what's
have-
up?
did you have any upgrades or repairs you needed to make?
I made a repair on my, I think it was my left leg that was damaged before. So I repaired that.
Yeah. Okay.
And I don't think I need any upgrades or anything because I lost my bow tie, and that was kind of the only thing I had upgraded because I gave it to Scrump or the Scrumptious One.
Scrumptious One.
Scrumptious One.
Gotta love that scrum. Hey Ryan, I do need you to roll to repair your leg.
No, I think I'm okay.
All right, cool.
All right.
Yeah, I
Let's
agree
move
with
on.
Ryan.
Is it just 2d6?
We're learning a lot about passive language and
no,
the
it's
consequences of
2d20.
it.
It's 2d20 plus 12, and you have to get lower than a 4.
What?
It's 2d6. What game are we playing? Of course
I don't
it's
know.
2d6.
I asked you, Mr. Game Master.
It's what else would it be?
Yeah, but
He was
what
being
is the plus?
sarcastic. That was his
I was just-
gatekeeping sarcasm.
I was confirming.
Yeah, my gatekeeping.
2d6
that's right.
plus 2d6 plus 12 is what you said. I'm gonna take that as a real thing. So.
No, I
It-
said 2d20. It's 2d6 plus scrounge.
Okay. Jeez. You know, if we just communicated a little bit
It's one
better.
of those where like our parents are fighting. Where they're like,
That's true. Ryan
I
and
got a 10.
Ryan and I
That's
are
what my friends call me.
are the dads of this podcast.
Mhm.
Podcast?
Kelsey's the oldest sibling.
What am I
and
doing?
Extreme.
What
Andy
day
is the
it?
youngest
Jesus
sibling.
Christ.
Yep.
Andy's the
Correct.
youngest, yes.
Mhm.
So I got
Yeah.
a 10.
I was thinking you're the
What
eldest,
happens?
Emma. Because I
Okay,
think
I'll
I'm
be
the
the
middle
eldest.
one because I
You got a
always
10.
interrupt and make jokes.
So you successfully repair your part, and it doesn't use up your stuff. Not that it matters, but
Nice.
no glitches.
Should we introduce ourselves real quick, just in case we have friends who haven't?
Let's
Met
do
us before?
it. Yeah. And I actually had a little stimulating question for the day as well.
For us,
Oh.
we weren't
Yeah.
warned.
I
Oh.
wasn't warned. I didn't warn you, so you're on the fly. So
Andy, I just saw your finger.
stimulating question. So hey everyone, welcome to Ghost Like Gamers. This is
Ghost
Childish
Like.
Things. This is episode
We have a theme song?
19.
Oh boy,
Um,
I forgot to change the episode name on Twitch.
What's it
Awkward.
called? What did we decide to make our name?
Oh,
It was like big
Yeah.
battle on the bridge or
The
something.
gang takes on the big boss is what it says.
yeah.
Hey, that's still
So
accurate.
Justin,
It always applies.
we're gonna
Yeah.
do that.
I'm the big boss, and you're always taking me on.
Right.
Um,
Trips to Florida.
on, let me have that
Congratulations,
one.
Justin. You've won an all expenses paid trip to
on,
Sarasota,
then.
Florida.
I'm the big boss, eh?
Oh boy, Sarasota.
All right.
hmm
Down from Aussie land.
Good
Aussie.
day,
Down.
mate.
Good day.
I know, Andy. I get like, is it prejudiced-y to do
Yeah,
that?
it's
But
a little bit. I think we've maybe pushed it into the. I mean, if we would have been
No.
going harder into it, but I
Go
think
harder.
It's fine.
Is that the? That's the.
That's how
solution, is
it
just to
fixes
go-
it.
No, that's not how
Right.
it fixes it. I'm saying that's how it makes it.
Did you guys know
offensive.
there's a massive hole in the ozone over Australia? We found that out yesterday.
Yeah.
Awful.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
That's-
Don't
Kelsey,
those
Kelsey
move?
thought it was from Aqua Spray.
I was like, did
The
you guys just
hairnet
like do your hair a lot for like the
Yeah,
whole 60s?
That's what she. Also, guys, real quick, just real fast before we like introduce ourselves, Kelsey did not know up until yesterday that the Aflac duck was a duck
I thought it was
she
a goose.
thought it was
This
a
whole time
goose.
it was a goose.
the whole time.
Wow.
She also-
That's, I can see that. I can see that. There are geese that are
Mhm.
white with little orange bills.
I also thought
Yeah, they're
that
called
otters just
ducks.
hung
Yeah.
out everywhere. thought
I also
otters were
didn't
from
know
everywhere.
That
You thought what, Ryan?
freaking
I thought otters just lived wherever.
anywhere that they could live
Like-
in anywhere.
Well,
that they didn't
people-
require water.
People do
basically.
traffic them.
And put
There are a
them
lot
in
of people who
bathtubs.
traffic them to make them pets. Yeah, it's pretty bad
Speaking
actually.
of trafficking, let's jump into today's episode.
No,
The
I was
master
gonna say
of the
something
segue.
derogatory about
What?
Ryan.
What was
You'll
Kelsey gonna
see.
say?
So, okay, go ahead. Kelsey,
Oh,
I'm
the one
sorry.
thing was I
Yeah,
also
make fun
didn't
of
know
me.
that Gilbert Gottfried voices the Affleck.
Used to
Jeez.
voice.
Yeah.
Oh, did he stop?
He got fired.
yeah. When
he
he did
did?
something pretty
This is
rough.
some tea.
Did
okay.
he go off on like at a stand-up set being all racist and stuff? Is that what he did?
I feel
I
like
think
it was something like that.
That was
Oh.
Kramer.
Oh yeah.
That's a lot of stand-ups, stand-up
Yeah,
comics.
that's
Oh
true.
my god.
A
Anyway,
lot
that's
of entertainers are bad people.
There's so many things I want to talk about with this,
Us.
but I'm gonna go against every fiber of my being and say let's continue talking about actual episode things.
My name's Ryan. I play Xoxo. He's a bear who wears his heart on his sleeve,
Justin has a
figuratively and
question.
literally. Well, I thought we were doing introductions, then your question.
He needs
I
to
haven't even
stimulate
introduced
us.
myself
Each of
yet.
us.
That's just Dustin. I mean, Justin.
That's our friend Dustin who doesn't speak, but this is our GM, Justin.
Hi, I'm Justin. I'm the DM, and my question for you all today is, what's your favorite Thanksgiving side dish?
Oh,
Mine is stuffing, but it has to be like really delicious stuffing.
Oh, not
who am I
shitty
kidding?
stuffing.
I'll eat any shitty stuffing. I love stuffing. That's my
It's
question.
on point with the theme of our show.
It is.
My name's Ryan. I play Xoxo, wears his heart on his sleeve, figuratively and literally. He's a bear. My favorite Thanksgiving side dish is, I was gonna say stuffing, but you already said stuffing. Actually,
Say
can it be a metaphorical side dish?
Everybody can love stuffing.
Of course.
So my favorite part about Thanksgiving is that now that we're adults, we all, like on my side of the family, we all draw names out of a hat to choose who's gonna buy that person's Christmas present. So we just do like
Aw.
one per sibling. So that's my favorite side dish of
Aw.
Thanksgiving.
I want
is
Tim
drawing
to
that.
get me again this year,
Deanna's
but I
already
don't want to
been in
keep
the
getting him.
Episode.
Oh yeah, get in it.
We just need to use the
Nicole!
microwave. It's fine.
Ask Nicole to get in it.
Yeah.
Yay!
How do I operate on screen?
Sitting that
Here, let
close to
me-
the microwave, Andy, you might get radiation.
Burned.
Turn into
Yeah,
Hulk.
become.
That's
Ooh,
my
the
plan.
Hulk.
Burned
Speaking of the
was
Hulk,
like
Andy,
the easy
go.
one.
What's yours?
My
Who
name
are
is
you?
my name is Andy, and I play the toy truck who has a hard body but a soft inside organs. And
That's good to know.
It gets weirder every time you say it.
let's try and mix it up. My favorite Thanksgiving side dish. Oh, is it boring just to say like rolls, like buttered
Oh, rolls are
bread?
good.
No, that's a good side dish.
Say
Yeah,
rolls.
I think that's
What kind of
relatable.
bread?
I
I'm
don't
getting
think
a
that's
lot
boring,
of
I think
flack
it's relatable.
from the home team here, so thank you for the support
You're
over the
welcome.
digital.
On rolls?
What?
Rolls can be so many things. You ever
Well,
put,
yeah,
you ever put
also,
mashed
like-
potatoes inside of a roll? Come on.
Yeah.
That sounds
Or
great.
they can
Yeah.
be pretty shapes if you make them look
Mhm.
like little bears.
Or they can
That's
be King's
true.
Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that might be my favorite.
That's the
yeah.
roll. Yeah.
So, Andy, do you guys do a store-bought roll, or do you do a
Bake
homemade
it at
roll?
home.
Store bought.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Do people
Yeah.
but not this year.
make homemade
Right.
rolls?
Well, this year we are, buying.
We're not even having bread at our Thanksgiving this year.
Wait, Justin, did you just
It's homemade
ask
by someone else.
Oh,
if
so you bought
people
homemade.
in general make homemade rolls?
I meant like on Thanksgiving. I've never.
Yeah.
You just have so many things going on. Like you have
My
time
mom
to
always
also
makes
bake
homemade bread. Yeah.
That's huge. That's insane.
Well, if you start the bread early, you don't
Baking
have to.
bread is
you can
like
do the
part of my
bread the
mom's
day
personality,
before.
though.
Yeah.
I'm
are-
so fascinated by the act of baking bread that I
You should start baking bread,
can't
bud.
comprehend it.
You
Yeah.
wanna- You and my mom can Zoom about it, and she can show you it's easy.
Yeah,
Okay.
not all bread is like super complicated.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Thank you. You've opened my eyes.
How,
today.
we got what, 3 more introductions to get through?
Let's
We have
go,
what,
Steve.
Emma.
5 minutes left in
Kelsey,
the stream here.
Kelsey,
Yeah, right.
Kelsey.
Okay, my name is Kelsey. I play Lucinda, who is the empathetic ragdoll with a soft touch but a strong arm.
Good
And-
job.
Hashtag ad.
I moved my post-it note to that screen so that I wouldn't have to struggle so much. My favorite thing is all side dishes because I'm a vegetarian, and so at any like family feast or meal, I generally am just eating side dishes. But green bean casserole never fails me,
Oh, yeah.
especially if it's like the classic. Don't do anything different. Like I like making everything from scratch, homemade. Don't do that to green bean casserole. Make it
Yeah.
with the French onions
Make it
and the
sloppy.
botten soup, sloppy, and make more than you think you need because I want it all.
How do you guys feel about the marshmallow yam stuff?
We don't ever have that.
We don't need marshmallows on yams.
I like savory yams or sweet potatoes. I mean,
Yeah, sweet potatoes are good on their own. You can make
I
them
like 'em
savory.
bacon and onions and
Hold the
Kinda thing.
yams.
Hold the yams.
Just
I
marshmallows.
actually-
Marshmallows.
I just want
we usually have
marshmallows
squashes
and sauce.
instead of that.
Okay, Emma.
Mhm.
Marshmallows
You're
and
up.
sauce.
Hi.
Sorry, I
My-
said your name. Damn it.
My name is Emma. I play Summer. She's the damaged Debbie doll. Her smile is cracked, but her mind is intact, which means that she's kind of all beat up and bitten and whatnot, but she's really good at fixing things. and she actually just got upgraded, 3 different upgrades, which I'm excited to talk about. But first,
I can't wait.
guys, I want to say mashed potatoes with gravy, but so this is the thing, is that like I make the mashed potatoes, and so I feel a little bit like selfish being like, well, the mashed potatoes are clearly the best side dish. That's the only thing that I'm usually allowed to make. But my mom makes the most amazing gravy, which goes on the so it's like, it's really the combination of my mom's amazing gravy with my amazing mashed potatoes.
What makes your mom's gravy different and more amazing?
Well, she's gonna teach me how to make it this year, which I'm excited about. But she like makes it using like turkey giblets, and like she boils down stock, and like she makes it homemade. So it's like she's gonna teach me how to do that. But it's super savory and tasty, and no one else's gravy can compare.
I love it.
Can I just say that I'm impressed with all of your family's capacities to make homemade things?
Well, Justin, so I was going to say that my family, when I was growing up, we like there would be some homemade things like the turkey, whatever, make it at home. But like the stuffing was just like stovetop stuff. And as I've gotten older, my Thanksgivings and stuff have gotten fancier, mainly because of Kelsey. But I still have those like, and also thank you, Kelsey, for indulging me of being like, can we just get like the turkey gravy packet that you make? Because that's what we used to make for our Thanksgiving, and it was so good. And so she did get some of that.
So this year we bought several store-bought things to scratch Ryan's itch so that he would feel like he was with his family.
Feel like it's to feel when you're here, your family, Olive Garden.
That's right. Hand your house.
Question before we go into it: what is everybody's position on cranberry sauce?
Yes.
Oh
Because
boy.
this is important.
Oh man.
Any cranberry all the time. Yes. I like the jar one. I like the can one. I like the chunks, but I don't love the chunks. But then homemade cranberry salads, fuck yes. All of it.
Should maybe extend the stream till 1 o'clock if we're gonna get into cranberry sauce here.
I ask because my dad is hardcore from a can classic cranberry sauce guy.
One. I like that. It dances.
Yeah, and like it reminds me of like Ryan was just saying, like certain things like that is like we have to have it. But then my mom makes a homemade cranberry chutney thing that I think Kelsey would be super into. So I'm just curious to see what other people are like.
Cranberry out of the can every time. Yeah, I don't think we ever
with the chunks or without the chunks, Ryan.
Well, I don't. I only ate the one that was like
plain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it has like the ring.
Like it, yeah. It looked like.
That's how you know what a serving
is. It looked like
is.
rubber.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You cut the rings off.
My family always does the gelatinous no chunks one. I have never Well, I used to eat it when I was a kid. I was
gonna say, Justin, try it. You're gonna like it.
It's not for me.
I guarantee it. Men's wear.
I don't really do like the whipped cream salad things either.
Ryan's only communicated.
You don't like an ambrosia?
I love cranberry fluff.
Yeah, the fluff. That's what they're. Yeah, I don't like the fluff. I don't know.
Emma, is it just you and your parents and your grandparents for Thanksgiving usually?
Usually we go to my aunt and uncle's. They have a huge house down in Springfield, in a place in
Baltimore?
the south of Missouri. No.
Baltimore, Missouri.
Bolivar. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I
Bolivar.
blanked on that. Bolivar, Missouri. They have a huge
That's
house.
by my cabin.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
Yeah. I mean,
but this year, of course, we won't be having a big family gathering. So I've been social distancing. I'm gonna go see my parents, and I'll have like 9 days of social distancing, and I got a COVID test. So we're doing all the precaution things. I'm gonna wear a mask when I'm there. But this year it'll just be my mom, my dad, and me, and then I'll probably go over and take food over to my grandparents.
Nice.
I'm
That's
so
really
proud
nice.
of you.
Okay, Andy gets to chime in on cranberry sauce, and then I swear we have to get started.
This is our
Nobody
Thanksgiving
distract
food
anymore.
fan
Please,
stream, right?
Nobody distract anymore.
This is our food fan
thank you,
stream, right?
Justin, for giving me the stage here because I have a lot to say about cranberry sauce.
Andy, do you want me to pull up that PowerPoint you sent?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind.
I bet you do, because you're a real foodie, Andy. I love that you and Nicole explore so many interesting foods.
Nicole's the foodie. I'm along for the ride, but I've definitely learned a lot about food and my preferences through our food exploration.
Do you feel like you have the freedom to explore your own preferences? Sometimes,
yes.
like, spouses don't. Sorry,
No,
Ryan.
I do.
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes spouses don't. That's right. I'm kidding. Kelsey lets me kill myself with the bad things I eat.
Nice. I will say, I don't have an opinion about cranberry sauce. First of all, I'm apathetic. Nicole says you
Nicole's
have to have
freaking
it
out. Okay.
to cut through the fat. So
Yes, you need an acid. Thank you.
Yes.
And it's also really good for your urinary health.
diuretic.
but
Most
she did just hand me this, so I'm gonna mute myself while I eat
Fuck
this.
me.
But
that
it's
looks like
Are
some
those
nom-nom.
poached eggs?
they're eggs with are they lightly fried or what are they, soft?
Over easy.
Yeah, fried eggs with chili sauce, and then the Brussels sprouts are baked in the bacon fat that we. I
damn.
baked some bacon yesterday, and we still had the fat, so she baked some Brussels sprouts in the bacon
Yes.
fat. So
Ooh, tell her I'm
Okay.
about to send her something.
Kelsey's about to send you
Beautiful.
something.
Great.
Do you guys
I
just
love
want
it
to
so
cancel the
much.
stream and just start talking about?
No, God.
Welcome to Ghostlight Gamers, the only food
we have
video
so
cast
much
on
to get
Twitch.
through.
I don't know
Sorry,
if
it's
that's
been
the only
21
food video
minutes.
cast on Twitch.
It is
Stop
now.
questioning me.
All right. Sorry.
Okay, so, I'm so scared to make you guys go around and tell me your upgrades. I swear.
What if there's a rule that we can't
Justin.
talk for more than 30 seconds?
I like it.
I have a
Great.
quick.
I will cut you off, like, political debate style if you do not.
So you won't
finish.
cut us off. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Don't
pretend.
That's what I heard. So for the upgrades,
Yes.
I've been so salty all weekend.
If you're just
it's been
tuning
really
in,
good. I've been an insufferable person all weekend, and I love it.
Flex.
If you're just tuning into the show, I just want to say, hang in there. We will get to the episode.
It
I
does
swear.
get better.
We're almost there. Ryan, yes, question.
So for the upgrades, I am unclear as to if I can get one, or if I can get one myself, or if I need somebody to help me with it, because I don't have any skills to like upgrade my things.
To upgrade,
I'm happy to help.
technically speaking, to upgrade you have to have a broken part, but we can fudge that a little bit since we're kind of in crunch
Okay.
time here.
Yeah, so I don't have any broken parts. Never mind. I thought it was like a damaged part you could fix, but I have a few damaged parts. I fixed one of them because that's all I had the ability to fix.
Yeah, I
And-
kind of fudged it and let Kelsey do that. So if you have something in mind, we can go for it here.
No, I think I'm good. I like Xoxo kind of being just a regular bear, just a stuffed bear.
Yeah,
Nothing special.
nothing
about him.
special about him.
Other than his heart.
All right. Cool. Well, okay. So, excuse me. Emma, why don't you talk about Summer's new upgrades? What is Summer rocking these days?
All right. So last episode, Summer broke one leg, one arm, and her hair got ripped off. So to upgrade herself, Summer, first of all, has attached a robot arm onto herself. It went well. So now she has a toolkit in the form of a robot arm, meaning that if she needs to make a device in the future, it can help her make it faster, kind of supplement some of the materials that she might need.
Cool.
I'm imagining that it has like a screwdriver attachment part, or then like a drill part so she can drill into things, like kind of like a utility robot arm. And then she also has a new leg made out of magnets, like those like thin magnets that are just like
Oh yeah.
little pegs, and you can build things with them. So she has a leg made out of magnets that can kind of move around and like shift themselves. And then she has a new hairstyle. It's pink long hair but the way I imagine it, since she was bald before, I think it's like she has an undercut where like half of her head is shaved basically, and then the pink hair just cascades down the other half. But she did not realize when she installed that hair extension that it changes color when it gets wet, so it won't always be pink. But that's okay.
Fantastic.
That's so cool.
Thank you, Emma. Andy, while you're eating, we've already got your upgrade with the antenna. It is now a pipe cleaner that dances.
Your shitty
So
attitude
good.
was perfect there.
Kelsey, do you want to talk about your new upgrade?
Yeah, so I just I had a lot of ripped things because I'm a softie, and I sewed them all with some glowing thread so that I can glow in the dark, but I only am able to glow in the dark if I've been in light recently.
Awesome. And then Xoxo doesn't have any new upgrades. We just went over that.
Yep.
Great.
But I did fix my right hand.
Good.
Okay. Cool.
So.
Cool. All right, everybody. We're finally ready to jump into today's episode. Episode 19 of Childish Things. So, when we last left off, our heroic half-pints, they had just wrapped up another chapter of their daring quest to find their friend, Peg. After boarding a train to stop the collectors from abducting Olivia as well, the team worked together quickly to stop the train, free the captives, and defeat some large Blocko mechs, led by Chuck, sending the others off into the mysterious beyond to free the people there. Our team of 5 is joined by their new dog pal, Scrumptious One, and also an ex-collector turned ally, Phil. They finally know the location of Peg. They just need to get to the Collectors Club and save her before the impending auction whisks her away for good. So, we pick up with you all traveling through the streets of the city, and Phil is talking to you. He's mid explanation of the Collectors Club, as we kind of zoom in on a puppy running alongside a toy car, and just decay. Toy car. Just decay all. It is hard. I didn't even do it. Cracks and whatnot. But at the same time, it's also kind of nice. It almost feels like home in a way, because just like the tall buildings around you. You guys have been gone for a little while, specifically on like the riverfront, where there's not as many tall buildings surrounding you. So this is kind of a little bit more. It feels just a little more like home. But you're on a mission. You're driving through. Of course, it's always smoggy and dark around you. But he points up ahead and he says, "Okay, so that's it up there. The Collectors Club. Oh, also, Ryan, do you have that map? If you have a sec."
I do, yep, and here it is for the folks at home.
Woohoo! So, anybody who can see the now purple section of the map is the Collectors Club.
Ooh.
So
Looks exclusive.
He points to basically the tallest.
Looks phallic.
The tallest.
Of course, it's a huge dick.
So he points up there and he says, "So getting up is part of the battle." Ryan, you son of a bitch.
You can't say that after the picture we just saw.
So so climbing up part of the battle. He says it just takes a real long time unless you have access to the lift. He says, but once at the top, I mean, they're not gonna let us in looking like this. I don't know if you guys have a plan or what, if you want to try and sneak in, or if we want to try and just kick the doors down and but I will admit I've never actually been up there. I just know where it is. This was a very exclusive club. We were never invited. Chuck got the invitation finally, which is kind of why he's so pissy about not being able to go. But
well, why don't we just go talk to him?
Yeah, just like as yourselves. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean,
there's no one better to be than yourself.
Yeah.
Or you can pretend to be somebody else, and sometimes that's fun too.
Oh yeah, we pretended to be cars one time.
Yeah, we've had a lot of success.
Yeah,
it was actually very successful when he did that.
Yeah,
and I think you two did a pretty good job being friends on a boat.
Friends on a boat. No one thought you weren't that.
Nope.
Thank you.
Sure. Well, we'll see. Well, if that's what you want to do, boss, I'll back you all the way. I will say,
I ain't nobody's boss. I'm just so.
We're a team.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at Lucinda. She's my
Yeah,
boss.
it was kind of sexist of you to assume he was talking to you.
Well, I had just spoken, so I thought maybe he'd continue on to the last. Like it's. a turn-based
Oh yeah,
situation.
I think he was referring to the fact that he owes me a life debt.
I do. That is right, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
will. And if you want to take me into battle and just kill us right away, that's fine. I owe it to you. If you guys
I
want
understand that you're railroading us. What do you suggest?
Hey, there's a difference between railroading and just really hoping that you guys don't die.
Well, I'm gonna go knock on that front door then.
I'm gonna stop you from doing that.
Yes.
But honestly, do we have another plan other than?
I would like us to be a little sneaky. I think it might be nice to at least know what we're getting ourselves into. So if we can observe or see what's going on, then that might benefit us.
Well,
And I'd like us to be a little bit deceptive because we can't trust these toys because we know that they hurt other toys.
Well, I could go in with Scrumptious One and make a distraction. What do you think about that, Scrumptious One? And then I pat Scrumptious One on the...
and Scrumptious One's like, but Phil says, "Oh yeah, he's not gonna fit up there."
Oh, I
No,
have an
not to
idea.
get up there. I meant if we needed to, like, try to get them to chase Scrumptious One and I away. Scrumptious One's pretty fast.
Oh, I see. From the ground.
Yeah, from the ground. We could try to make
Sure.
a distraction to kind of clear the place out a little bit.
Sure.
Well, maybe that could be a second choice because maybe Phil could pretend to be Chuck since he has an invitation.
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not very deceptive, but I will do my best. That
Yeah.
sounds kind of fun, actually. I've never tried this pretending thing.
But then
Okay.
what could we could all encourage them to come down here. You could encourage them to come down here.
We could. I will say, we'll need to go up to get them. They won't be able to like hear us from down here.
Yeah,
It's
that's why
very
you're
far
gonna
up
go
there.
get them.
Hey,
I'll go up and get them. I'll bring them down.
Phil, can we hear your best Chuck voice? Will you try and do the Chuck voice?
Oh boy. Yeah. Hang on. I feel like I gotta roll. Typically I don't roll in this game, but
Yeah, you
I
shouldn't.
feel like I need to roll to find out how well this goes. So evens it goes well, odds it goes poorly. Evens. He says, "Yeah, hey, you guys, this is me, Chuck, and I am the boss."
Yes.
It's a little.
I can barely tell the difference.
I was like, where did Chuck just come from?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean to scare you there, boss.
No, I
That's
almost
okay.
had to beat you up.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Well, I'll be very selective where I use it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go. Go ahead.
Summer puts her glasses on and she says, "Remind me, friends, what is the goal of this mission? We have to be orderly and thoughtful as we move forward."
We're trying to find Peg
Yes.
before they sell
but
her.
Oh, yeah.
So is this a mission in which we want to sneak inside and grab her and get out, or are we confronting the collectors?
We want to stop this.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a whole system of organized oppression taking place that we should probably bring down.
I think Summer brings up a good point that today the mission is to get Peg. And if we have an opportunity to stop everything, we should. But if things go south, I say we try to just get Peg and get out for today, and then we can come back when we're a little bit more clear on the situation.
Or maybe I could get captured.
Well, that's not something to like think. I guess maybe if you wanted to, we could have a person on the inside.
'Cause remember, we got captured by those other bad people, and then we changed them
So,
from the
Justin,
inside.
Yeah, actually, hasn't
Or
that happened?
we got captured by bad people and then later we ended up letting them fall to their death when
Yeah.
the wheel fell down.
I think we've gotten captured every single
We
campaign
got
arc.
captured, and they either got what they deserved or changed their ways.
Justin, I have
Ryan-
a quick question about
Yeah.
Scrumptious One. So they
Mhm.
were bringing this puppers. They were taking. Wait, were they taking this dog to the place to kill it?
To the beyond,
Which is
Oh.
the killing place, probably.
which you're not
Justin.
entirely sure what they were gonna do with it there.
Probably
Well-
train it to kill toys.
Yeah, because my thought was, so Scrumptious One will not be able to go up with us.
Right. The way that Phil puts it, there's a staircase, of course, and there's a lift, and he could probably go up most of the staircase, but it gets a little dicey at times where you have to kind of get through some tight passages in order to get higher, and toys of a certain size. Honestly, this guy, and he kind of thumbs over to Rev, or down, I guess, if he's standing on top of Rev. He'll probably be just it's barely fit through, I would assume.
Okay.
Unless we take the lift. But even on the lift, I don't know. I think this big guy.
I would like Scrumptious One to stay with me.
Maybe a little too heavy.
I don't want to leave Scrumptious One behind, because I feel like Scrumptious One has been left behind a lot.
Yeah.
In his life, so I don't want him to feel like he's alone.
Do you want to be our reinforcement / getaway so that in case something goes wrong, maybe you and Scrumptious One can do something to help us out?
Yeah, we can stay close to the lift, or maybe we can go up the stairs as high as we can get. Because can you get on the lift at other places, or is it only on the ground floor? Like, are there other stops?
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess there might be other stops. I've never actually been inside. I've heard a lot about it.
Yeah, well,
Justin, sorry.
The issue would be is communicating any sort of trouble to me, because that building's pretty high, and if we're down here on the ground and you guys get into trouble, wait, do we have those things that Alvin, the sock, Albert used to communicate? Could those work, or is that just at the
microphones?
Carnival?
Are you?
That was just at the carnival.
That was just the intercom.
Those are hardwired, I think.
I have seen like a mobile version of that. I think they call them sneaky speakies.
Oh, sneaky speakies that you can carry with you while you sneak around.
Yeah.
Roll. Hey Andy, roll me a think it through.
Yes. Oh, let's see. That's strong arm.
Yeah.
12.
12? Oh shit. All right. Phil says, "Oh, sneaky speakies. Yeah, you know what? Now that I think about it, they have some of those in a little stockpile at the bottom of the building. So we could probably use some and reprogram them to our liking."
That'd be great.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
And that way you
good
and
call, Rev. I didn't think about that.
And that way you and Lucinda maybe can get inside and be our people on the inside. Is that what you were wanting to stay with Lucinda, Phil?
Hey, I'll do whatever the boss commands. So, sure.
I think someone should be with Phil so that he's not going in alone, and then maybe the rest of us can be looking for Peg.
Summer, you're a mech.
I am.
I will say.
You like my robot arm?
Softies walking in there are going to be much more noticeable.
Yeah. I think if it's Rev and Summer, if you go in knowingly, and then maybe Lucinda, you can try to sneak in after they've, are preoccupied with these new visitors. And then Scrumptious One and I can hang out here behind this mailbox, and then we, or whatever, a fire hydrant or something.
So we have 3 different teams. Summer, Olivia, and I, our team, walk right in and trust that everything will be okay.
And deceive, pretend.
and deceive and pretend. Lucinda and Phil, our team, sneak around and see what they can see. And then team Xoxo and Scrumptious One, our team, reinforcement / getaway from the outside.
That's correct.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
I had another idea.
Yeah.
What if Summer and Phil, Chuck, had captured me and bring me as a capture?
Yeah,
point?
the old Chewbacca routine.
Yeah.
Wait, what's that?
But
What's
then who's
Chewbacca?
It's a foreign word that we use to talk about whenever someone is captured by their friends.
There's definitely
As a
like
trick.
Star
It's a
Wars
kind of
action
game.
figures in this world.
Yeah.
So there are Chewbaccas.
And they
Yeah,
are
for
Lego
sure.
figures, so
I don't think Xoxo's ever come up against the family he lived
It's
with in the
just-
before times. Didn't like. They were more Star Trek.
Ew.
I feel like the two aren't like comparable, but people do because they both have star in their name.
So, but who's looking for Peg then? If we're all in the collector's room,
But
or do
that-
we think that Peg is going to be in that room?
I'm hoping
Okay.
that you guys just have me, and then they put me in the place where they put the toys, and then I find Peg in there.
And we can
And then we
Olivia,
can rise up.
would you be comfortable being the restraints for Lucinda
Oh.
so that whenever they do put her in wherever they keep all the other toys, you can just loosen those restraints and you both
Oh.
can look around?
Oh,
Although,
sure.
I'm
can
not-
do that.
Although that would involve us being apart again, and I don't really
Oh.
like that idea.
Me either. I would rather not, but if that's what the group needs, I'll
Olivia, can I ask you a question?
okay.
Have you ever tried to make yourself into multiple yous?
Multiple me's?
Like, since you can change your shape so easily, like,
But if
what
you
would
have
happen if
two-
part of you was not attached to you? Would you still have control of that?
Well. Okay, roll me a think it through, Andy.
Love Andy is our VIP this episode.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, 8?
So
I rolled a 6 and a 1.
so she
Oh,
kind of
those
like
ones.
let me try, and then just kind of like squeezes her body apart, and one part of her turns in like a smaller part of her basically like kind of pulls away, and the larger part of her says, "Oh, okay, well that wasn't so bad." Oh, and she turns down and looks at like the smaller version of herself.
What have I done?
And the smaller version of herself, it's not moving. It's just like a little like mound of like dough. And she says, "Oh boy," and she pokes it and then like walks away, and it doesn't move. And she says, "Oh, okay." You get the sense that she can remove parts of herself, but those parts of herself aren't
can't use them.
sentient. Yeah.
Not a little baby, Olivia?
It's not a little baby Olivia.
Well, now we know that's not how she
Don't blame me.
reproduces.
Blame Andy's role. I'm sorry.
Lucinda's
So-
gonna go pick up the little smut and stick it back on Olivia.
She says, "I mean, you can use those as handcuffs if you need to."
Or I could just tie her hands up with some thread or something.
Oh, that would make me feel a little better. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, put that
Good idea.
back. Put that back.
How's this go?
Ah,
There you
thank
go.
you. I feel better now.
You
It
were
was a-
smaller.
It was a good idea, Rev.
I'm so sorry.
What
okay.
have I done?
Well, so am I going with Rev? And are we the walk in the front door team or the walk around the back door team? Or is there a back door?
I think
I
we've
don't know.
combined teams. So team walk in and team sneak around have combined to turn into team.
Walk
10.
in, then sneak around.
Yeah,
'Cause
team.
isn't that the plan? Like Lucinda, you're gonna go to the captured place and then explore there while the other two meet with the group and figure out their whole deal, and then Scrumptious and I will be out here waiting for y'all.
Yeah, because I think, didn't you say, Phil, that you don't think that Rev can go up there?
No, Rev can probably get up there. I've
Oh.
seen some toys about his size, say that they've been up to the club.
Yeah, he said
Whenever
that like
Phil
Rev would
says
just
that-
barely make it up there.
My antenna starts to like curl around and do like a little wormy snaky dance.
And Phil starts kind of doing this, and it's like,
He's
I like
part
this
of it.
guy. I like that. Yeah, this is cool. This is cool.
So then Xoxo does this really cool thing that he has been waiting to show everybody, where he grabs like the part of his bow tie that's kind of hanging down from Scrumptious One's neck, and he like pulls back, and Scrumptious One like bends down, and Xoxo like flips up around and then like onto his back, and it's like, all right, we'll be
Wow.
sitting here.
He's like a radio guy
Xoxo
now.
and Scrumptious One are... Xoxo has become a cowboy now. I gave him this, like, hi, howdy, ho accent, and now he's just like a cowboy on a dog.
So yeah, you have arrived at the base of the building. Phil hops off and walks over, and then walks back, and he's like, "Yeah, the stockpile's still here, guys. So there are still some sneaky speakies over here." And he's like, "I can't lift them, but
I got it.
can."
I'll go help too.
And you see two toys, sneaky speakies. They, they don't seem to be awake. But they seem to be. You can use them. You click a button on one, and you hear the voice coming out of the other.
There's just two?
There's just two.
You can have one, Rev. It'd probably be easier if you carry it, since you've got room in your bed.
Yeah, I can go in the bed, and then maybe Olivia, if you can stabilize it. Make sure it doesn't fall out.
Justin, I have a question.
Sorry.
Would
yeah.
Xoxo know if dogs can follow scent or not?
Mind Palace.
I had a vision back in the day about what Scrumptious One is, about that it's a dog. Would that encompass knowing that, like, if maybe we had something that smelled like Peg, if he smelled Peg, he could maybe follow that?
Yeah. Sure. Yes.
All right. If we have anything that smells like Peg, you can maybe let Scrumptious One smell it, and then if he gets a signal on where that smell might be coming from or originated from, which would then be Peg, hence therefore two, then we can find Peg if Peg gets lost, or if they try to move her or something, as you guys are looking for her.
What is smell?
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a sense. It's kind of like, it's that feeling when, like, when water gets thrown into your eyes, but your eyes are just plastic, and you kind of, like, feel it, and you're like, oh, that's water.
Yeah.
Like, it's
What's
wet.
eyes?
Oh, yeah. Well, eyes
We're
are
off
like,
rails now. This is bad.
like how the way your body's stitched together, there's little itty-bitty holes in the stitching, because that's how fabric works. Imagine if one of those holes was actually taking in information from the world around you and then also processing it in a way that you could understand. That's what eyes are.
No.
And so smell is like that?
Yeah, sure. Who cares? Yep. And then it scrunches one. And I take one of the radio things and I, like, stuff it into the bow tie, like, around his neck, so it's, like, in there.
Xoxo is very smart.
That guy knows.
I think it sounds like
a lot about the
hearsay.
world.
Hey, fall in line. I'm the smartest one. I'm the doctor.
What
okay,
is here
well, we
and
should
what is
probably
there?
get
I'm
up
the
there.
doctor. Thank you very much. You're the religious leader.
I'm the biologist. I'm like the Bruce Banner to your Tony Stark.
Okay.
I'm like the Hulk.
I might be. Am I the religious leader? It's hard to say.
That's true, actually.
think
You
so.
might be. I
Yeah.
think you're the spiritual leader.
You're the Captain
You're
America.
the Doctor Strange. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Phil says, so we should probably head up. Just getting up the stairs alone is going to take quite some time.
Can we montage it or flash forward or anything?
Yeah, we probably can if you wanted to. So
Push it to the limit.
you climb up keep going, Ryan. You climb up the stairs. I mean, these are like, big steps, so you kind of have to like kind of climb up. I mean, you get to the top of the first like flight of stairs, and then there's like a little platform where it turns around. And
try your best.
and Phil says, "Okay, I think this is gonna take too long. I wonder." He's like, "I wonder if we could use the lift." And so
Didn't you say
climb
that
some
would
more
be dangerous?
stairs. Climb some more stairs, and you get to a opening.
You
and
did
it looks-
your best.
It looks very much like the pulley system that you used back underneath the Zoltar machine.
Which
at the
we know
treasure trove.
about.
Say again.
Which we know about.
Which you know about. And he says, okay, so, and he looks up this like big shaft of the elevator and he says, so the lift is here, but it's not, he points up and he says, I think it's at the top.
You mean the actual thing that we need to be on is at the top?
Yeah.
Can we just press a button and make it come down? Or pull something and make it come down?
I know. We can climb the stairs and then we'll get to it.
You do your best.
So you climb up another set of stairs and you get back to the same
Your quads
shaft.
are burning, but you're slowly learning.
If I had lungs, I'd be out of breath. But I don't. So it's
What is
fine.
breath?
What's
Phil
fun?
says, yeah, if I wasn't writing in Rev right now, I would also be very tired.
And Rev is just like,
So,
wow.
so he says, yeah, there's no button, but it does look like it runs on some sort of electricity. And he says, I wish we had a way to override this. Can you guys think of anything?
Ooh, I think I might have someone who can help. And Summer's gonna pull Bev her what was it called? Egg pet. Her egg pet from her bag of holding and say, hey Bev, we're trying to get up this shaft. Is there anything you can do to help us?
Just seeing Ryan laugh and mute, it's hilarious. He's just like,
There's been so many dick jokes all game. We've had so many
Listen.
of them.
that's what happens when you live downtown.
And Bev is like a little mushroom, so and I show Bev I point Bev towards the shaft.
Yeah, I'm you have to roll something for this. So let's see. Roll me either a tie with Bev or a think it through.
Okay, well,
You have
Or you can get through
um,
plus a tie with Bev.
Do you have a tie with Bev?
I don't know.
Well, you should. I
Okay.
should have given you one, so you should have at least one.
when we
Okay.
play a quick game.
Oh, don't worry. We've played games. I've given them food. I throw them in the air and catch them.
Aw.
What is think it through strong arm?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
so
and you can have a
it's the same
plus
either way.
one. Plus one.
7.
7. Okay. Do you want to do it the way that you state a statement and then I tell you one thing that's false with it, or do you want me to just come up with something that works?
We can do it the first way.
Woo.
So I
I love
think
that way.
Summer points Bev at the elevator shaft, and Bev boops and beeps like you were doing earlier, and they realize that they can make the shaft work the way we need it to, but they need to be plugged in somehow.
Oh yeah, I love it. I
That-
love it.
Okay,
It's great.
Andy.
I didn't say anything.
But yeah, you get that as Bev turns back and like lifts their little mushroom arms a little bit and is like
Aw.
you get the sense that Bev can do it, but they need to have a larger amount of energy to charge
have
up.
Physical contact with it.
Yeah.
Do they need a cord? Is it just about finding a cord, like a charging cord?
Possibly. Phil says, "Do we have anything around here with?" And then he turns and looks at the what do you call it? Stealthy walkie-talkie. What'd you call it?
Sneaky.
Oh, the sneaky
sneaky.
sneaky.
Sneaky speaky.
Yeah.
And he's like, I mean, I don't know.
But we
But he-
need those.
It's true. So I guess, we have two options. We can take that apart and use it to take a lift up, or we can just walk the stairs. I mean,
We're to understand that these sneaky speakies are living things, correct?
hey, Phil says, look, I mean, it's not awake yet. I don't know.
We had a friend called Monty a while back, and he was getting power taken away from him regularly, and he did not seem to enjoy that. So I would feel very bad about doing that to another toy.
I agree, but if you think about it, they're not alive yet. So if they are never alive and we use their resources, then they just never are alive.
What kind of Matrix bullshit are we getting to now?
I just we have to look at it logically and not just with our hearts.
It's true.
At that moment, you hear Xoxo's voice on the sneaky speaky goes.
You can't. You're not here.
Over the speaky.
Hey guys, how's it going?
And Phil kind of shake. Oh, right. And then he pushes a button. He says, well, we're here and we're trying to figure out whether to take the lift or the stairs.
Oh,
We're also contemplating eugenics.
It's more of like a moral conscious sort of, we're trying to decide what really makes something alive or not. But we could also just look and see if there's some cords or something around here. Can I look for something?
That's true. Yeah, roll find something, Emma.
And I get a +1 because Summer uses her goggles that she got from Winter.
Nice.
And Xoxo just says, "Okay, have fun, going dark," and then that's all I say.
Dark.
I rolled a 13.
And
13.
Lucinda says,
You don't know how dark it could get.
You got a 13?
Yeah, I'm good at finding things.
So as Lucinda says that, Summer points. She's like, look, some cords.
Rev lets out a sigh of relief.
Yeah, you find you actually find two things. If you want, you have cords, and you find something else.
Ooh,
a puppy.
That would make sense to be in this stairwell.
A
What
kitten.
Stairs.
what was this building before the end times, Justin?
It was an office. It was like a big, I'll say it was an apartment complex, like a large, like lofts, like penthouse, kind of really fancy shit.
Guys, what else did I find? What else did I find?
A Fabergé egg.
Yeah.
Ow.
I already have an egg.
Did you say
No, this
yum?
one this is a
Different
Fabergé
kinds
egg.
of eggs.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna look in the book.
glass
and I'll find
menagerie.
one thing.
I want it to be something fun, but also maybe something useful.
I was thinking a pencil.
Aw.
A kitten.
Like a mechanical pencil.
What if it
mechanical
was like
pencil.
what if it was like a fob, like a key fob? You could maybe do something with
Aw.
that.
Bloop, bloop.
Yeah, like a
Or a
bloop, bloop.
key. Can it be a key?
A key.
Can it be
Where
one
would
of
it
those,
be?
since it's like a penthouse, can it be one of those, I guess it's not really fancy, but like one of those keys that you push a button and like the key part flips out?
Oh yeah,
Like a little
like a
switchblade.
Chevy Cruze.
Yes, it's a key that.
Yeah, you find a car key, and as you like push a button, it like a sharp file flings out of it, and then you can collect.
More and more phallic by the minute. I love it.
Fantastic. So you grab the cords, you kind of hook up Bev to the lift, and then you see Bev starts to on the little screen. Bev starts to like, and then like Super Saiyan hair comes out of their mushroom.
And
they're,
this
like,
takes the
they're,
rest
like,
of the episode.
They're
Uh-huh.
yeah, right. And now the episode.
They have a magical transformation sequence.
And then
Bev has
and
huge
then
muscles.
You hear from the shaft, and you see like some of the ropes kind of like shifting, and you note that the lift is coming down.
I hope that when
And-
it comes down, it has warm, moist folds. Just to.
Yeah.
At the end of the shaft.
So after a few moments, a flesh-colored platform.
This episode's got
Flesh-
some big PP
Flesh
energy.
comes in many colors, Justin.
It's true.
Yeah.
Flesh
Yeah.
does come in many
Yeah,
colors.
everyone just imagine your own color. That's fine.
Or your
um, I feel like we've talked about this, not on this show, but we've definitely talked about this before.
And every color is normal
Mhm.
and beautiful.
It is.
So true.
And it lands.
We went from
and
dirty to body positive like
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
That was my goal. That's why I
Boom,
wanted to take
boom.
it away from the phallic.
That's the line that we walk every day.
That wide peepo energy.
So
That's a
the
twist.
platform
White people.
stops there, and Bev kind of like,
Good job, Bev.
and you can get inside the lift now, and then you press Bev, and then the cord is kind of attached to like the lift. We'll say you reattach it to the inside, and now you're going up. The inside of this lift is dark, extremely dark. So your glow in the dark, like little lighting, is starting to kind of like shine through a little bit, but you haven't actually been in too much light recently, just because
Wow.
there's not a lot of light in the city in general. So it's giving like a very faint glow.
Ooh.
Can I
and-
ask Bev to make like some electronic music, and then my antenna
Yeah.
starts doing this
Yeah.
sort of thing in the glow in the dark?
Yes.
You just want to recreate that scene from the Ninja Turtles movie that Michael Bay made, where they're in the elevator and they all start making
Yeah.
like, one by one they chime in to make a song.
So
Yes.
going up higher and higher, you start to see some light kind of coming through the shaft. And as you pass certain parts, there's like little cracks in the wall, and you see just how high up you're going. It's pretty high. And like I said, there's cracks in the walls and whatnot, so you could kind of see outside. It's the city is sprawling from here. It is so much larger than you could have imagined. But you near the top, and as you do, the lift stops, and there's just an opening. And as you kind of like peek out, there's just a kind of a decent sized hallway. To the right is some blockage that looks like maybe with a hole just big enough that maybe Rev could fit through. But to the left, you see there is a closed doorway, and some light kind of shining through the bottom of it. And you hear some faint music and talking and laughter coming from the other side of that door. And I'm going to pause you guys there real quick and go back to Xoxo. Xoxo, what do you think you're doing down there with Scrumptious One?
Oh, we're just hanging out. I think we probably just found a place that's like maybe on the other side of the street from this building that we can kind of hang out and be available to rush in when needed, but we aren't gonna like draw too much attention.
Okay, so
I
you
guess
kind
as
of
much
just
attention as a
hiding.
bear riding a dog can not draw.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, just the first minutes. I mean, they've been gone for however long, but I mean, it's dead down here. There's nothing going on. Yeah, but it's nice, and Scrumptious One is kind of just kind of like jumping around and playing with you a little bit.
Can I try to find? I would know that dogs need to eat food, right? Can I try to go with Scrumptious One to try to find food?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Um,
Probably looking in trash cans. I don't know how long it's
Roll
been since
a-
people have existed.
roll a find something for me. Plus scrounge.
5.
Okay. So yeah, you
Wait,
look
do I
around.
get +2 because it's with the dog?
Um,
I have 2 ties. I could use 2.
sure.
And
Why not?
Scrumptious One would be better at finding food because he's got his little nosies.
Yeah,
True.
that's true.
Okay. So you pick one of these. You find exactly what you're looking for.
Uh-huh.
What you find isn't dangerous,
Uh-huh.
or nobody else wants it.
Nobody else wants it.
Okay.
Because only Scrumptious, like, nobody else needs... Toys don't need to eat, right?
Sure. I mean, yes, you're right.
But if by me saying nobody else wants it, that won't take Scrumptious One out of that, right? Or does that mean, like, even Scrumptious One doesn't want that?
No. It takes
Okay.
takes nobody. Yeah, that means nobody else is looking for the same thing that you're looking for.
Gotcha.
But that means that it is dangerous and that it's not exactly what you were looking for.
Then I'll do. Wait, so I was confused. I'm sorry.
So you have to pick one of those 3, and whichever one you pick, that means the other 2 you don't get. Does that make sense?
Okay, so it's exactly what we're looking for. I want Scrumptious One to have.
Okay.
Food.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you see Scrumptious One kind of smells something and darts off with you on his back. Getting down to the street level, and stops and kind of turns and looks, and you see down the street a little ways there's like an awning over like a corner bistro, or what once was a corner bistro.
Mm-hmm.
And in a turned over trash can is you see is what he's targeting. There's something inside of there that smells good. And then you see crawling out of it a very, very large raccoon. And it's like, and in its mouth has like banana peel, and what else wouldn't decompose?
Like dog food
beans.
wouldn't decompose.
Banana peels would decompose
Yeah.
fast
Well,
because
how
you
I feel
turn
like
into
dog food or
compost.
canned food or.
Okay.
Banana peels would be gone by 6 months.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
really that fast?
Yeah.
Okay,
Eat
so not
more
banana
bananas.
peel. Not banana peels. I'm
Do you
gonna
compost,
say
Justin?
Yeah, do you
Yeah,
even
do you even
compost, bro?
compost, bro?
no, I don't.
If you're not composting, are you even a millennial?
So the
Yeah.
raccoon.
Oh yeah, Justin, I did say that you guys should bring your compost to my house. You can still do that.
Okay,
Nice.
cool. The raccoon has a rat in its mouth.
Okay.
And Scrumptious One like growls at it.
Oh,
thought you
who's
were
that?
going
Is
to
that your friend? It doesn't seem like a friend.
If he kills that raccoon, he could eat for days.
And the raccoon is like with this rat hanging out its mouth.
I
There's
pet
like
Scrumptious One
Shut
on the neck. It's like it's all right. It's all right. Is that what you need to live?
And then
Oh, what a
he-
conundrum that I'm faced with right now.
and he barks.
Scrumptious One, I don't think that little fluffy thing over there hasn't done anything to us. So I don't know if we need to attack it, huh? I am.
Yeah.
Xoxo's at a crossroads right here because he knows Scrumptious One needs to eat. It seems he said, let's go find something to eat. Scrumptious One was like that thing. But now Xoxo's looking at a living creature and doesn't know how to feel about it.
Okay. Do you want to try and like bribe Scrumptious One to not go after the raccoon, or do you want to try and look fierce to try and like command that he doesn't, or would you rather try and like?
Xoxo's gonna say this, and then I guess you can decide if I need to roll anything.
Okay.
He says, I understand that your needs are different than mine. And if what you need, and the only way to get it, is by attacking that fluffy creature, then I will let that happen. But we could also keep looking for a less violent method of getting what you need. But ultimately, you know what's best for you. And I'll be here to help you like you helped us. That's a good boy, Scrumdiddly-umptious One. I'm not Ned Flanders, never mind. I'm just gonna say Scrumptious One.
I'm gonna say this is just roll me just a smile.
That's my best one,
Yay.
I think. +2. Yeah, +2.
You can add 2 more to it because of your ties with
Oh,
Scrumptious.
that's a 16 then. If I got to add 2 more.
You rolled a 12.
I rolled a 12, which is a 14, and then a
Wow.
16.
Go find
So,
a freaking general store.
Scrumptious One like, and then he like kind of lays down in like submission, and the raccoon and skitters away with the rat. At which point Scrumptious One.
Hi.
And then he perks up again, and he starts running towards the trash can and leaps over it and skids into the bistro behind. And in there, you see like a closed cabinet, and he starts scratching at it.
I help him open the cabinet.
You help him open the cabinet, and inside you find a large bag of cat food. I could just be dog
Bistro
food.
had a cat.
Yeah, the bistro had a cat. Was my thinking.
Yeah, that's fine.
Could have had a dog.
Dogs can eat cat. Our dog eats cat food all the time.
Something that we were told by our mom is that
Your mom.
no yours.
Oh,
Yeah, is that dogs will get liver failure if they eat cat food.
Okay.
We
Is that
don't
what you
know
want,
if
Justin?
that's true,
Is this
but
what-
Are you trying to give
No.
Scrumptious One a
I
debilitating
can't do that.
like that cats can eat dog food without
Brian rolled
dying,
a
but the
16.
dogs.
Fine.
I
You
will be
don't think. I
murdered.
don't think. I
You
think it's
find
like
dog
they have to
food.
eat a lot of
I
cat
just-
food.
The other thing is, I just want to say that Justin like wants to kill this dog, and it's like,
That
what
sounds
is
like-
that? Is that
true.
are you working through that? Is that a thing you're working on?
Yeah, it is. Leave me alone. You
It's
find
a dog
We
cafe.
request privacy at
like
these
a
times.
cat cafe.
it's a
It's
dog
a dog
cafe.
cafe.
That's
Dog
what
cafe.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's tons of those.
Okay.
are
Well,
the
let's
thing.
get back to the actual story now because
What?
we spent way too much time on
You say
this
Xoxo's
bullshit.
Xoxo's journey with Scrumptious One is not part of the actual story,
I guess
Justin?
Soso's not even in the game.
It's
I
just-
guess he's not even
Whoa.
part of it.
Whoa.
Sorry, but like
We're going. I'm gonna just switch it over to the map scene for the rest of the episode.
Is that the one you can't speak in?
No, that's the. I fixed it. We can all. Speak
Oh,
in that
okay.
now.
Okay. So, back to the other storyline. You guys are at the top of the penthouse. You hear the music. What do you want to do? Phil says, "Okay, it's right through there.
And which way does he point?
The doorway with the music and the loud and the whatever."
Oh,
Because there's another way to go, yeah?
He points the other direction. He says, "I mean, that's the staircase. We could have come through that way."
Oh, I see.
So I guess I'd be tied up and I'll. Okay, let's play a game
Okay.
where I'm a prisoner and I. Okay, say like I am tied up and I'm like. And you guys have to say things like "shut up."
Oh.
Should we create
Lucinda?
some sort of like something that someone could say in case it goes too far, or
Oh yeah.
That's a good
Yeah,
idea.
a safe word is a good idea.
is that what it's called?
Yes.
Okay.
Phil
I
knows
would
this.
know.
Look at his outfit.
You see these
So-
shorts.
Let's have it be. Let's have it be. Please stop. That hurts.
Okay,
Maybe
but
just
you
one
might actually
word.
say that, right,
Oh.
as a prisoner?
You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah, maybe just one word that a prisoner wouldn't typically say. Something like kumquat.
Kumquat. Okay, that works. Let's just not overthink it. Kumquat is good.
Great.
Cool.
Okay.
Does someone want to look underneath the door and maybe listen before we head inside?
You do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you do that while I
Yeah.
tie up Lucinda with this thread that I'm pulling out of my backpack.
Great. So while that's happening, I go to the door to like.
Yeah.
Will you show me how to easily
try
untie
as
that?
best you can to like lower yourself to the ground.
Maybe I ask Olivia to do it.
Olivia, oh, I can do that. Okay. And then she like slithers down and listens. And she says, "What am I listening for, Rev?"
I just to kind of get a sense of what's going on in there.
Oh, okay.
So anything that you see and hear, you can just like let us know when you see and hear it. But quietly, so they. Oh, it's like
I'm just
music.
kidding. No, I was joking.
Oh.
That wasn't true.
Oh, like
there is
what-
music. There
Oh.
is
I
music.
was joking.
But it's
That was a good one.
but it's more like this. And then there's a very that's a nice voice. There's a good voice singing like this.
Olivia, you're a good singer.
I
Yeah.
just mimic. I parrot.
Sounds great. You could be a
laughter.
singer if you wanted
And I
to.
hear, let's see, I hear, what do I hear? Oh, there's an announcement.
Oh.
The auction will start in 10 minutes. Okay.
Oh,
There's that. And then what else? There's, somebody's mad about something. They said, dang it. Why did I lose? I don't know what that means.
just why did I lose?
Why did
Yeah.
I lose?
I'm gonna go grab my hoodie. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll miss you. Um, and Olivia says, "Should I keep listening, Rev?"
No, I think that's good. It sounds like it's just like a little party before the auction.
Right.
Auction.
Great
And
job, Olivia. Thank
Phil's
you.
standing up there. He's like, "You guys. Okay, come on, you guys. Okay."
Phil, you're gonna be great. We're really proud of you for doing this.
And he pulls his helmet off. He's only had his visor up most of the time, up and down, but he pulls his motorcycle helmet off and he sets it aside and he says, and you see him for the first time, and he actually does kind of look like Chuck in this regard. He just doesn't have the eye patch that I think Chuck had an eye patch, like a drawn on Sharpie eye patch. And he says, do I need a thing? Maybe I should keep the helmet on. I don't know.
Do we
I said
have
no helmet, but do this. Or
Can't
this.
do, boss. I'll just do this one. Okay. We ready to go?
Yeah, you're gonna do most of the talking, yeah, Phil, since you're gonna be Chuck.
I guess so. It'll be like having a conversation with myself most of the time.
We can be your bodyguards, Phil. That can be what we pretend to be. We're here to keep the prisoners secure, and we're also here to protect you.
Sure.
Yeah, we're three friends who are your bodyguards.
Okay.
Yeah.
And one of them is a softie, but
I'm a prisoner.
Oh, you're the prisoner. That's right.
I was talking about Olivia.
Okay.
That's the third one.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, that's right. That's right.
Also, just so you know, Lucinda, Summer didn't tie your hands together. She literally just like wrapped your hands in thread, so it's just like that's it.
You can just kind of like slip them out this way.
Yeah.
Are they tied in the
Wiggle them
front
up.
or in the back?
In the back.
Okay.
Unless you want
Okay.
them tied in the front.
No, back works.
Okay, so let's see. So he says, "Okay, here we go," and then he goes and he knocks on the door, and he's like, I don't think they heard me.
There's music playing pretty loud, so I think.
Can you bang the door for me?
Do I have a horn I can honk?
Do you?
I don't know. I mean, I don't have.
Say yes.
Yes.
He does.
Yeah. You say, I don't know if I can. It's just like.
Oh, excuse me.
You instinctively honk your horn. And
It sounds like a semi.
Everybody
I
like,
love it.
yeah, it's a semi truck horn. And to that, a little slider in the door goes. It's like the envelope. It's like where you slip envelopes through the bottom of the door.
Oh, yeah.
Mail slot.
The mail slot. That's what that's called. Thank you. And you
Of course,
see-
it's a mail slot in this phallic building.
Wow, Justin.
Yeah. Man.
That's so good. And you see eyes like this, and they are beautiful and green, and they look at you and they say, "I didn't come up with a voice for this one. Who is it?" And Phil says, "Hey, it's me, Chuck, and I'm here with a prized possession. The boss invited me here. Yeah, Chuck.
And we are three friends who are Chuck's bodyguards.
These are three bodyguards. They're not my friends. They're just
Ow,
my
stop!
yeah. Uh-huh.
Good thing we didn't use that.
I'm gonna say play a game.
Yeah.
So
We're here
this-
for the party. I just want to play too.
That's good. That's good. If anybody wants to roll to help someone, I'm gonna say, Lucinda, you're the one who's gonna have to sell this.
Okay.
And so you're gonna actually roll to play a game, but anybody who wants to help her can
So
roll help
scared.
someone and add your ties to that you have with Lucinda.
I have one tie.
Lucinda,
I'm
we don't
gonna
have a tie.
roll. Ugh. Summer did not roll high. She rolled a 4. So I am not very helpful.
Okay. And Andy, you don't have any ties with
No.
Lucinda.
Do you think
Wow.
me and Phil have a tie? We do.
Lucinda, you're the
You
only
do have
one
a
I
tie.
don't have a tie
yeah,
with.
you do. So you get 1 + 1 to this
To
roll.
my help something.
Can
Wait,
Andy
what am I
still roll?
You're
even
rolling
if he
play
doesn't
a
have a
game.
tie?
I
Yeah.
have a, I have a
yes,
tie
you
with
can.
Lucinda. Can I do something with the radio?
Yes.
You can pretend to be
You
Susie. or
can
something.
if you want to.
If Xoxo wants to like over the radio say, Have you delivered that prisoner to the people in the penthouse yet?
That's good. That's good. Okay, so Andy, go ahead and roll help someone. You just don't. You add 0 to it. So just roll 2d6. Basically, is what I'm saying.
9.
A 9. Okay, so you choose one of the following. You grant them +1 on their move. You take the consequences of their failure. I'm guessing you just want to add the +1.
Yes, please.
Okay, and then Ryan, same thing for you.
7.
Okay, same thing. Do you want to add 1 or do you want to do something else?
What's the take the consequence of their failure?
I mean,
Please do that while you are so far away.
you take the consequences
that's
of
kind of what
a
I'm
failure
thinking.
on their next move. So if they fail, you take the consequences instead of them.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll do that. So that
Okay.
if we fail, then they'll like come after me.
Ryan is like
Outside.
glutton for punishment.
Oh boy. Okay.
Well, I also have a dog I can run away with.
So, please don't fail because I don't want to have to figure out how to freaking jump.
How to make that work?
So Kelsey, that's
Never wanted a failure more.
That's +2 to your play a game roll.
Okay.
Which
This is why you get
So it
paid
was
the
already
bucks.
+1 because of smile.
Yeah.
In my tie.
With Phil. That's part of the 2.
Okay.
And then
Phil-
Andy's help someone.
Phil and Andy gave you 2.
Yeah.
Okay. So 10.
Yay!
10. Great. So you choose 2 from the following list.
Before we do this, I have a friendship move that once per session, when you play a game with someone, you form a tie with them. So can I form a tie with Lucinda now?
Yeah, you can.
Do
What
I
do you
get that
do?
too?
You kind of get like you're acting like you're her prisoner and whatnot. Not unless you have that move.
Okay.
Kelsey.
Got it.
Your opponent respects your skill and treats you with respect from here on out. You discovered something new about this game. What is it? And you feel really good about yourself. Nothing can tear you down. The next time you fail, you do not damage a part.
That for sure.
Okay, that's one. What's another one?
And I won a wager.
Okay, and the wager, of course, being
Getting
this
in.
guy believes you. Okay, great.
Yeah.
So, he says, "All right, quickly get him inside here before the auction starts. You only have a few minutes." And it's a really futuristic door.
Is there fog? It
With
sounded like there was fog.
hydraulics
In
have,
this
like, technology
apartment
up here.
building.
Yeah,
this
these are
is
like
cool.
$1,000 toys that all this stuff is
Okay.
made out of.
But in all honesty, so the door opens, and at first the light is blinding.
Mm.
There's some sort of whitish light shining at you from the back of the room. You're blinded at first. You're blinking, you're adjusting to it, and then you realize slowly as you're kind of trying to figure out what's going on, it's not coming from inside the room at all. It's coming from beyond the windows outside. And this light is unnatural to you, but you slowly start to realize that it's the sun, and you've never actually seen it unfiltered, uncovered, just in its pure essence.
It's always been cloudy.
The sun's
trees.
light pours in on you, and for a moment you're all just paralyzed there in the warmth of it. And you see, standing before you now with the green eyes, a very tall, very slender toy, with like just cool looking like kind of blade wings on its sides, down from the waist, and he looks down at you with this green kind of like coiffed hair.
It's a sky dancer.
Is it a dude sky dancer?
It's a cloud spinner. Excuse me. You recognize
Cloud-
this as a cloud spinner. And they say, "Okay, take the prisoner back to the back, and hurry up with it. Okay, we're about to start. Come on, get on in."
This way, prisoner! And Summer is gonna her new hairdo and look fierce at anybody who's close by.
Love it.
And Jade, or well, you don't now. You know his name.
Yep.
He looks at you and he's and then he
Oh,
turns.
I don't even have to roll. I was gonna look fierce, look fierce. The
Yeah,
movie.
I mean, go. Sorry, yes, I forgot that was a move. I thought you were just saying. Go ahead and roll plus strong arm.
I got a 12.
Yeah, of course. Like
Rolling
literally,
Betty.
he shies away from you, and he's like, and he turns to Phil and he says, "Hey, Chuck, keep your disgusting bodyguards away from the party, please. Keep them in the back room."
Hair, thank you very much.
And he says, "Yeah, okay, sure thing. Okay," and then he kind of walks and you all kind of get ushered in. So inside this room, the music is this bluesy kind of guitar riff going on right now. Looking at the room properly, you see that to the far right, beyond some drapes, there is a stage. And on it is an electric guitar, flanked by an electric drum kit and a keyboard. They all look matching, as if they were all part of some sort of video game that you could possibly play as. And
what would that be called?
And blues
Savior.
band.
Savior.
Blues savior.
Yes. Base savior.
And
Base Savior.
and then there's a lone pink microphone that stands center stage in front of that, and behind it is a Debbie doll. And Summer, you stop in your tracks when you see not only is this Debbie doll, their face looks just like yours once more, looking into a reflection like the time that you met Winter, or every time that you came across Autumn back in you and I and Av. But not only that, but she has a very cute cut pink haircut that now that you have pink hair, and I swear to God, I wrote all this before you got pink hair, but she just looks like a very like snazzy, cutely dressed version of you, like literally, like with the same hair color and everything. And she is scatting a song alongside the band. To the left of the room, you all see a big gaming area. There's playing cards that are dealing themselves out on tables. And there's a number of medium-sized tables around that room. Another table, there's a couple dice dancing around in the air, kind of jumping up off the table, and then landing and falling like still, as just groans and cheers are kind of like come up from around them as people have lost or won the game. And as you are kind of being pushed back to the right, there's the kind of out towards the window, there's the stage, out towards the window, there's the gaming area, and then back this way, there's a hallway with a door that leads to like this back area. And you see that's where Jade pointed you to go. But as you're kind of being ushered into that back room, the music stops and an announcement is heard from the stage as this pink haircut Debbie doll says, "The auction will start in a few moments. Please find your seats." And everyone kind of shuffles around in the room. You see that things are about to kick off, and you all go into the back room. Or do you all go into the back room, or are you gonna? What's your plan?
I think we're supposed to drop Lucinda off, right? And allow her to kind of look around, and then we go back to where everyone is meeting. Isn't that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. So Phil leads you all to the back room. Once you're back there, there are a number of kind of drapes back here that seem to be curtaining off different areas of this room. You can tell it's a pretty large room, but it's hard to see a lot of it. And there is a little green guy there, although he's a little blue guy, but he looks very much like little green guys. And he says, he looks to Phil, aka Chuck, and he says, "Here to check in." And Chuck says, "Yeah, we got I got this softie here." And the little blue guy says, "Softie, why'd you bring it here? What has it got? Some sort of
Special powers.
value on it?" And
It's a one of a kind.
one of a kind. Let me see. And he gets a little closer to you, Lucinda. And what do you do? Do you do anything to?
I've been crouching like this, and I'm gonna say that we're in a slightly darker area.
Mm-hmm.
So after that sun, I just go,
I'm different.
and then I go and start glowing at him.
Ah! Whoa! Okay. Yeah. There's well, somebody will buy it, I'm sure. And then he looks back, and two larger action figures come out and grab you roughly by the arms, Lucinda, and start dragging you back behind the curtains.
And she was been going like, ouch, ouch. And then this time she goes, ow, ow.
And Phil says, so is that all? Do you hey, I never asked you guys, but do you have kumquats here? Do you have kumquats? And he's
I think it's
looking at you.
It's a little late for kumquats at this point,
Yeah.
Chuck.
And I say,
Kumquat. It's okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, boss. I mean,
Hey,
I'm
you
the boss.
be careful with that. That she is very precious merchandise. Don't break anything or else. And I hold up my robot arm.
and with that, right when that happens, the little blue guy kind of, and everybody's kind of frozen in a moment, and then you hear from the other room, talking starts, and there's some applause and whatnot, and he says, the little blue guy says, "Okay, everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. We'll take good care of the merchandise, all right? This is not my voice. We'll take good care of the merchandise. Why don't you all get back out there and leave us to our work, please? We have to start the auction." And he kind of does one of these, and then they drag Lucinda behind the curtain and close it, and then he kind of points out to you guys, like, go on back out to the main room. And so Phil kind of like backs up slowly, and he's like, "Oh, okay, I guess we'll just go this way."
We're with you, boss.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And he leads you guys back out to the main room. Out there, Lucinda, I'll come back to you in a second. Out in the main room, you see the stage is now empty except for one figure. And you see that it is a wooden toy. Sorry, I'm looking for my notes here. Yeah, you see it's a wooden toy, and its limbs are kind of lanky and kind of slim. There's some purple paint on the wood in different places that kind of make it look like it's wearing a suit. And the mouth has these two long lines that go right here. And you can see that it's a marionette puppet. However, there's like little hooks and whatnot, on like little eye hole hooks, but there's no string on the puppet.
To hold them down.
And something just, yeah. So let me just get back to my notes here. I'm getting off track, off my script. So you hear him say, "Distinguished guests, as many of you know, I started this club with this exact idea in mind. Many of you have heard the story, but let me set the record straight. I awoke, like many of you, and I was full of fear, confusion. But unlike the rest, I was gifted with vision, the foresight, or perhaps hindsight of seeing the path to something greater, to building a better future and securing our place on top. And there's some applause with that. I remember the times before. And the crowd kind of, there's some chuckles from the crowd. There's some whispers and whatnot. And he says, yes, I know. It seems foolhardy to many of you. But regardless, it is the drive that has kept me going. And look where we are now. And he looks out to the window where the sun is kind of starting to set over the horizon. Atop our very own Olympus, in a position of such power and control. And I'm not done yet. There is much more in store, my friends. Big things. But first, why not some revels? Yes? So, we have a few rarities on the docket today. Less than usual. I apologize for that. But, worry not, more are coming soon. Of this I can assure you. And then he kind of, you see him start looking out in the crowd. And he kind of points out to a very large statuette of like a superhero. And there's like a long kind of like red glorious cape. And they just look chiseled and beautiful, as if some sort of like, like something that would be held in a case like this in somebody's,
Is it a Barvel Pledgens?
Yeah, it's a Barvel Pledgens. That makes no sense. It's a big superhero statuette for sure. But you do see that, like, just as you kind of like look at him, there are very small improvements that have looked like perfectly and seamlessly worked into his body. Just like the way that like some of the glistening of some of the armor and whatnot, and some of like the screws that are used to like hold pieces together are just like impeccably clean and polished. But they don't all look like they were like factory settings, if that makes sense. It looks like this guy has been upgraded seamlessly. And he points out to another table where you see two like extremely well-made playing cards in sleeves are sitting there. One is a king and one is a queen, and they seem to be like kind of canoodling up close to each other. And then behind them at another table, you see a large Jack-in-the-Box. And he's kind of like greedily got his like fingers out by his mouth, as if he's like super ready for whatever he's gonna be seen, whatever's gonna be seen. And this guy on the stage says, "We're so glad you could join us, Titan, Kingsley, Lady Q, and of course the Dawn, John."
Justin just gave himself a cookie point, and I love it. We saw it in action.
And he says, "You all know the rules, and as always, we have security on standby should there be any need for reminders of those rules." And he looks to around the room, and now for the first time, you actually see Jade was not the only cloud spinner. There are a number of them. And you see one is a deep purple color, and she seems to be like the boss. One is pink, and she's kind of overseeing the game floor. One is blue, and they are kind of like walking around near the stage. And then of course there's Jade as well. And he says, "Thank you once more for coming. Here's to many more years of partnership. Let's begin." And he turns, and in that moment, let me pause. We're going to go back to Lucinda. Lucinda, you are behind the curtains, and you yeah, so these two action figures kind of forcefully they're kind of leading you to a cage. Are you going to try to do anything before they put you in there, or what?
I'd like to look around, see what I'm seeing.
Okay. There's kind of stacks and stacks of different and they're these they're that thick plastic that is it's the same kind of thick transparent plastic that was used to capture Olivia back on the train. There are numerous toys in cells. Not all of the cells are full. There are a lot of empty ones, but you do see a lot of toys kind of just waiting around. Looking around, you see there's, let me see. There's some really shiny playing cards, kind of with like different creatures on them that are kind of like moving around as if they're locked in a box. There are... I'm not finding my notes here. There are three sets. There are three like cuddle cuties that look nearly identical in adjacent cages. They all have different eye colors and slightly different like tints on their scales, but they're all three dragons. And then you also see just a whole scattering of different toys back here.
Oh, I see Peg.
You glance up and you see that there are two toys kind of moving one cage, if you will, and inside that cage you do see Peg. She doesn't see you.
Okay.
They're up on like a second floor.
Okay, so I'm going to say,
If you put me down here, I'm gonna find a way to get out. I'm smarter than you.
And one of the action figures says, "What?"
These cages are really easy to get out of, you plute.
He just called me a plute, and then he's gonna, and he's gonna punch you across the face.
Oh.
I was trying to give you a lead up as if you wanted to stop it, but he's gonna punch you across the face. You fall to the ground, I guess.
I think my face
Dang.
just tricks it.
Okay.
Oh, it just like goes in.
Mhm.
I won't give you damage for that.
And I go and stick my face back out. Uh-huh.
And
And I look at him
Mitch-
like this.
Without eye.
Yeah. Or
and he
eyebrows
kinda,
or anything.
kind of freaked out, and he says, "Get her in the cage." And the two of them throw you into the cage,
On the ground floor?
on the ground floor.
I guess you'll find out.
And they close the cage. Okay, they close the cage. And you're inside of one of those clear. There's one of those
What did you want me to do?
I just wanted to make sure you weren't trying to plan something, and I wasn't getting ahead of you. That's all. So.
Oh,
you're
no,
in-
I was just trying to make them put me in a cage upstairs was my goal
Oh.
with that.
If
But that's
she has
okay.
manipulated them or something?
Oh, yeah, is there a role I
for
could do?
that?
I mean, you can roll
Oh, I could do my
look
my
fierce
role.
if you wanted to try and like
Yeah, because I was doing a lot of front end just now.
sure.
So I'm going to
Gonna be bossy.
Plus strong
bossy.
arm.
Strong arm's
Or
my
no, you have your bossy move.
Uh-huh.
Convincing somebody that your way is better.
Or I'd rather do the strong arm one.
Okay, fine. Strong arm.
Okay. 8.
8. So, okay, basically what happened then is what happens, because they're going to leave you alone, but they're not going to do what you want. So they do throw you in this cage on the bottom. So yeah, you're inside one of those clear plastic, thick, little containers essentially, and they close you in.
Okay, so when I'm gonna never mind.
Okay. So you're trapped in there, and you see above there is again those two figures are walking out with Peg's cage. And back in the main room, you all hear this gentleman on stage say, all right, Spring, take over, please. And you see the pink-haired Debbie doll steps back up on stage, and she gets the mic, and she says, okay, so first up, we have one of the newest and definitely most sought-after toys that we have had ever. This one is, well, see for yourself. And on a track above, which you guys are now noticing looking up, there's like a second level of like a catwalk area. But hanging from below it is kind of like this track, and it comes in as if it's like on a hanger or something like that. I'm picturing like Monsters Inc. You know how the doors kind of hung down? That's kind of what it is. And it's and then it kind of comes to a stop, and you all stop where you're at because the sunlight glistens in and it hits Peg through this thing, and her transparent, purple pink colors just kind of light up the room like a disco ball. And everyone, whoa. And Spring says, let the bidding begin. And that is where we'll pause this session.
We're done?
We're done.
Oh man.
We're done. I'm sorry, so I didn't have time to get back to you.
No, that's fine. I made that choice.
I made that choice.
We can have a special separate session of
episode?
Xoxo and Scrumptious One's adventures.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna be a one shot we do. Everybody else will play different creatures that they come across.
Yeah, little squirrels and stuff.
They're so scrumptious.
Yeah.
Oh, so scrump.
Okay, well, that is a cliffhanger that we will have to sit with for the next 2 weeks.
Oh boy.
We are missing next Sunday. Apologies for that, but holidays and stuff like that, understand. So the next episode we will go live on
December 6th.
Thank you, December 6th.
Yeah.
December 6th, 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Be here to find out what will become of Peg, and if Lucinda will ever get out of that cage, and if Xoxo and Scrumptious One will
if
relevant.
Scrumptious One will get liver
Will be
disease from
relevant.
eating too much cat food.
But yeah, is there anything else, guys?
If you don't already, follow us on Twitter at GhostlightKC and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're watching on YouTube, if you're not already a sub.
Subscribe.
We also
And-
have a Facebook group where you can participate in conversations and voting. We're very close to being finished with our toy bracket. I'm going to post the next round today, but we're getting down to the
Final four? Are we on the final
toy
four?
bracket toy. I think it's the final 6. Maybe it is 4 right now. But we're very, very close to the end.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much for leading that, Emma. It's been fun.
Awesome.
And yeah, on YouTube, make sure you ring the bell too. So subscribe and then click the little bell to get notifications for when the next episodes come out.
Yeah, we should probably
otherwise-
put that prompt a little bit sooner in our episodes than at the very end of them on our YouTube to subscribe. But
Yeah.
you're hearing it now. We're doing it now. Subscribe. Hit the bell.
Subscribe. Don't forget at the end.
Smash
Still
that
here.
like button.
Ding ding.
Gently caress. Sorry, Emma, I stole it.
I always do it with a Barbie hand in my mind, since it was Emma's thing.
Yeah.
Gently
Yeah.
caress. Okay, well, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe. Have a happy, safe Thanksgiving with your family, or with yourselves. If that's what I'm doing. I'm not going home to see my fam.
Is
They
it just
love
going to be the
me,
two of you, Justy?
It's just the two of us.
That's what we're doing too.
Just the
Uh-huh.
two of us.
Make sure
kind of
you
exciting.
only
We've
eat
never done
canned
that.
cranberries. All right,
Yeah,
everybody.
eat all the cranberries. See you guys. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.